Directing a film means overseeing all creative decisions for that film and requires at least a basic understanding of the various other jobs involved. While many beginner filmmakers dive into learning about lighting, cinematography, and video editing techniques, there is one essential skill that many new directors overlook, and that is working with actors. While having an understanding of editing and cinematography is essential for a film director, all that hard work can go out the window if the acting doesn't connect. And as I learned in film school, bad acting is the director's fault. So what exactly does a film director need to know about working with actors? Let's talk about it. So let's begin by giving an overview of what a film director does. The director must have an overall vision for the film. They oversee all creative aspects of a film by communicating his or her vision to everyone involved. The director gives a basic idea of what he or she wants, and the different departments present the director with specific ideas or concepts to make it happen. So even though the director is the ultimate decision maker, he's collaborating with the cinematographer, the editor, the art department, listening to their ideas, and then making a final decision based on their input. Believe it or not, this is no exception for working with actors. It's a collaboration. Yet many directors fall into the trap of thinking actors are just puppets they can control. They think that once they imagine the way a scene should be performed, an actor should just do it. They give actors what is called line readings, which means they perform the line for the actor and then ask the actor to mimic their example. The problem with this is all you're going to get from an actor is an intonation that doesn't come from their inner life. You'll cause them to think about how they should say something as opposed to what they're saying or why they're saying it. I think this comes from the fact that people don't realize the amount of work an actor puts into a role that does not include memorizing lines or directions. Actors have to do a lot of preparatory work to really understand their character. They do this through their own imagination or experiences. The goal for them is to find something they have in common with their character that they could relate to. Since actors sometimes play characters that are nothing like them, they often have to work really hard to find that connection. Once they have that connection, the actor asks themselves, what would I do in this situation under these circumstances? And their job is to respond truthfully each and every moment they play that character. They are not just saying lines with feeling. The director's job is not to tell them how exactly to say a particular line. In fact, unexpected moments are what you want because realistically, you can't control every facial expression, intonation, and gesture, no matter how hard you try. But an unanticipated, truthful moment could create cinematic magic. That being said, if you don't like the way an actor says a line, you need to figure out why. Does it sound like they don't believe it? Did they misinterpret something in the script? Maybe their perception of the character is different from yours. In that case, you should have a conversation with the actor about how they perceive that character. This means you should also have an understanding of the character, even if it is the actor's job to do most of the legwork. An actor may even make their case to you about why they're doing it in a certain way. To effectively direct actors, you have to remember that the subtext is more important than the text. In other words, the meaning behind the lines are way more important than the lines themselves. For example, if an actor goes for sincerity when you think you should go for sarcasm, simply making that adjustment can change the entire trajectory of the scene. When I'm directing, I personally like to see where the actors take a scene first because maybe they'll add something I hadn't thought of. And if I don't like it, well, I could just tell them. But there's no right or wrong answer. It's a creative process. But the point is, you need to speak the actor's language. And the actor is focused on the inner life of a character. How they say a line or the facial expressions they make are subconscious results of the work they've already done before they even arrive on set. It's also helpful that the actors understand the overall style and tone of the film. Remember, you would tell the cinematographer that information so they could make informed decisions about their shots and lighting. Well, it's no different from the actor. To sum it up, I want to leave you with this idea. The actor is another collaborator, just like the cinematographer, editor, or anyone in the art department. They bring their own creativity, perspectives, and personality to a character. Casting the right actor for a role can make the difference between an easy or terrible directing experience. While you may have the final say, you wouldn't work with a cinematographer you didn't think did good work or that you had to control. So, apply that same logic to actors. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. It takes a lot of time and effort to make these videos, so your support would be much appreciated. As always, feel free to leave a comment telling me what topic you would like me to cover next. Until next time.